Hello again, I am Jim Bob. Welcome back to Season 2 of Prison Architect. And things have changed, as you can see from the last time you were here, and the reason for that is I actually kind of screwed up a little bit. I made a lot of changes and I recorded an episode and I actually forgot to press record. So I sat there and I played for half an hour and made all the changes and did all the voiceover and everything, and then went to edit the clip and there was no clip to edit. So, basically, we suddenly started getting a lot more criminally insane patients being sort of diagnosed. So what I did was ripped up the old block in stages and put in more cells. So we now have a block of 11 cells here for our criminally insane patients, and we have 4 or 5. Let's see, we've got those 4. I think there might be one more somewhere. Just having a look around to see if I can see if there is one more. Maybe it's just the 4 that we have. But basically, we're just future-proofing ourselves a little bit against a sudden increase of more criminally insane patients. And you can see that we've actually had a few patients released, or prisoners released as well. We're down to 34 instead of 40. So let's just go into our regime, and this will show how many we've got in each. So we've got 5 insane security prisoners. I thought we had 5. We have 2 in max, 12 in minimum, and 15 in medium. So let's bring in another 6 patients, and this time we'll make them medium security. So we go to intake and get in another 6 patients, or another 6 prisoners. I keep calling them patients because of the criminally insane element. So where is the 5th guy? Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's guy number 5? He's not in visitation. Maybe he's working. I've also hired an extra 2 chefs, just to make sure that we are getting everyone fed, because there is that risk of running a little bit short for the first meal. These guys keep collapsing because they haven't had anything to eat. So I'm hoping that that'll get rectified in today. Just looking around, where is our other patient? Where is number 5? All right, let's see if we can find him. Let's go to prisoners. Where is prisoners? Okay, so let's see. So we've got Alan, Cervantes, Hodgkinson, Odinson, Loki, and this guy here. Oh, Cervantes he was standing over his toilet and I didn't see him because his head was where the toilet bowl was. He just blended into the cell. Right, okay, so it's going to be a while. It's going to be, 22 hours till those 6 patients turn up. So we may actually get somebody released. We've actually got somebody, as you can see, going through parole right now. So he may get released, and if that's the case, then we'll up that to 7. We are currently losing a little bit of money right now. So, oh, hang on a minute. Because we've got this cell block, we can actually get in a lot more. We've got 5 guys in there, so we've got 6 cells available. So take out 6, that takes us down to 50. And we've got there, takes another 5, that takes us down to 45. So we can order another 5 prisoners straight away. So let's go to intake and up that by another 5. There we go. That'll help. We'll get a huge more chunk of extra cash when they come in, and that should make things a little bit nicer for us. Right, so let's speed time up. I'm just watching, trying to make sure that these guys are actually getting their meals. He's trying to smuggle stuff out. Look, when is meal time? It's meal time is now. Let's see. I'm gonna watch Alan, see if anyone brings him a meal. In theory, a guard should come and give him a meal. Haven't seen anyone come down to bring him food yet. The if we look at our regime, what I've done is I've tried to mirror Criminally Insane with our minimum security guys. I don't want them to kind of go up against medium just yet, so I want to try and keep them separate. So next meal is coming up at 6 o'clock. So let's make sure, let's keep an eye on these guys and make sure that they are getting fed. I just want to check, make sure we've got enough food for them as well. Not just yet, but we are making more meals. So yeah, we should be okay. So meal time's coming up, so let's slow time down a little bit. Oh, we've got a fight going off somewhere. Here in the rec room. At least our psychologist is still alive. They have a nasty habit of getting murdered. I've noticed this, you know, something breaks out and the psychologist is usually the one who gets it. It's 6 o'clock. These guys should be going for a meal right now, but they're not. And I'm not entirely sure why. Why aren't these guys going out of their cells? Do I need a separate canteen for these guys? In fact, let me pause time for a second. Let me go into logistics. Catering. Yeah, see, the catering is covering them. Why aren't they getting their meals? When we have prisoners locked up in solitary, a guard will usually take a meal down to them. Oh, look, there we go. We've got a guard picking up a meal. Let's track this guy, see where he's taking it. Please say he's taking it to our criminally insane wing. No, he's coming down to solitary. So why aren't these guys coming out? It's no wonder they're starving. They're not leaving their cells, and I don't know why they're not leaving their cells. This is odd. Maybe it's a security sector thing. Ah, I bet that's what it's a security sector thing because of this here. Look. All right, so we are going to need. I know exactly what the problem is. I'm going to need to put another door in just here. Walls and doors. Let's get a small door. Oh, I've dropped that there by mistake. I didn't mean to drop that there. I'll let it get installed. There it comes. And then I'll just rotate it when it gets put in. So there's our workman picking up our door. I know exactly what the problem is now. So we'll put that in like that. Let's pick up that door. rotate that round. So here comes the workman to reposition that. There we go. Right, so now if we go to security sectors, yeah, that's why, look, you see, that's staffed, so they can't go through there. So what we need to do is make that shared default and make this staff, like that. There we go. So now our prisoners will be able to leave their cells and go through here, and then they can come out and they can go into the yard, and they can go to the canteen, and they can go and do whatever they need to do there. We don't have a shower block. I've just realised we don't have a shower block for these guys. Maybe we should rip this cell out here and turn this into a shower block. Yeah, we'll do that. So walls and doors, let's tear out those there like that. I don't think that's going to be enough space. It's not going to be enough space. We're going to need to move the office across one. So let's go to structure. And let's build some foundations just there, like that. We're basically going to move our office across one block. So we'll get our guys to come in. Let's speed time up. And while they're doing that, let's go to rooms. Wipe that out so it's no longer classed as a cell. Okay, there we go. Now we can go to walls and doors. We can rip out that wall there. See, another patient. It's just, they keep collapsing because they're dying of starvation. Right, so now that that's done, let's go back to rooms. We need to make this office. Oh, slow time down a sec. Yes, we did have a prisoner release. Look, our count's gone down to 33. So, seeing as we've got some more guys coming in very soon, let's just add an extra one to that there. Like so. Now we can go back to rooms. We need to... Where's O for office? There it is. Just draw that in as office like that. We're going to pick that up and move it to there. We're going to pick that up and move it to there. We are going to go back to walls and doors. And we are going to tear out this wall here. And then we're going to build a new wall just there, like so. Now we can go to rooms. We can allocate this as a shower, and that should hopefully be enough space. So let's purchase what we need. We need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, one short again. 9. Okay. We can get creative on this. That's 9 showers. Let's just go with 9 showers. One will have to just wait their turn. We only have... We don't have enough cell, or we don't need any more showers than 9 right now. But we do need to plumb these in. So let's add piping. Like so. And just so that piping is not a pressure issue, let's do that. You see again, look, starving. But this should be rectified now. These guys should be able to leave the cell. When is their first meal of the day? Let's go to regime and have a look. First meal is at 11 o'clock. So hopefully 11 o'clock will come and these guys will all be able to go and get some food. I also want to add in, go to objects, add in some drains here to stop this area from flooding. Drain, 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 drain. like that. Yes, look, see, there we go. We slow time down. Look, they're working. Which means they've left the... Now that we've cleared that area there and made that everybody and then just kept that bit of staff, the prisoners are now allowed to move through this section and up through the prison. So we'll see them working away. We'll get them in there for yard time, and we'll also get them in here for food, finally. So I'm glad we've managed to resolve that little issue. And there's all the new prisoners being processed. Do we have any more waiting outside? Nope, that's all 12 of them making their way through. A whole load of new additions to our cell block. You can see some of them are getting caught. Bringing stuff in. And now the new guys are all leaving their cells by the look of it and going off. Got a fight breaking out. Kicked off by Loki. No surprise there. I mean, the guy is starving to death, so you know he's gonna kick off at the slightest little thing. So he's going to be in medical, and then he's probably going to get taken to solitary. But at least someone will bring him a meal now. Yeah, look, see, he's in chains. Well, he's in cuffs. He's being taken down to solitary. So somebody should bring Loki a meal, finally. And there we can see Alan, Whitehead, and Hodgkinson making their way up to the canteen, I'm guessing. Yes, finally. We can give them food. Oh, he's got busted there. Oh, it looks like he got away with it. Looks like he just had something taken away and he's been left to actually eat his meal. So, there we go. And they're complaining about hygiene. Well, we just built a shower block for them so they'll be able to clean themselves up. And you can see now we're making profit. We're up to $1,000 profit a day, or 1,100 profit a day. So we're starting to make money again now that we have that increase in prisoners. And one's already been released early as well. You can see we've had 45 and we're down to 44 already. So we'll be getting another prisoner in the morning to replace him. Let's just order that prisoner now before I forget. There we go. Yep, everything seems to be running quite smoothly over here. Do we still have enough meals for the next batch? Yes, we do. Excellent. We have 3 currently in solitary and 2 awaiting solitary. 5 are in lockdown. We've got more than 5 cells. Yeah, we've got 10 cells. So why are they not going in? That's a bit odd. There we go. Look, they now have access to the to here, and we should be interesting to see. You know, now that we have our criminally insane in the yard, it'll be interesting to see whether or not they actually take over. Oh no, the guards are not. The psychos are an actual gang, rather than, you know, our nut job patients are criminally insane. So we haven't taken in any gang members yet, which is why we don't have any sort of gang areas allocated. They're completely unclaimed at the moment. But as the prison progresses and we keep turning over prisoners and bringing new ones in, it is going to be interesting to see when that starts to happen. Let me have a look at our policies. Not policies. Our grants. See what we can actually tick off and say, yes, it's done. Prison maintenance. We need maintenance unlocked. It's done. Cleaning's done. Groundkeeping is unlocked, I think. Hire a foreman. That's done. Hire at least 2 janitors. Done. Hire a gardener. Okay, so let's take a look at our current staffing. Do we have a gardener? I don't know if we do. No, we don't. So, have we unlocked gardeners? Yes, we have. So we just need to hire a gardener. So let's go to hire staff. Gardener hired. He'll come in and he'll start cleaning up our path areas, getting rid of the weeds. He's going to be pretty overworked and he's on his own, but it's not a huge prison, so it shouldn't take him too long, hopefully. So let's go back to grants. And we can tick that one off now. That one's done. Governmental security ratings. Assign 2 dog handlers to patrol. Assign 2 armed guards to a patrol. I'll save that one for later. Prisoner acclimatization and engagement. Assign 3 to the laundry, 3 to the kitchen, and 3 to cleaning cupboard. Accept and should be done. It is. Excellent. Tool cleanup. Yes. We'll take that one on. Criminally insane wing. We need another psychiatrist and another office. And right now, I don't have the space for another office. Although... No, I don't have the space for another office. Not yet. We'll actually build a proper wing for these guys when we do an expansion to our prison, which isn't too far away. So this is why I'm processing these grants right now, just to make sure that we have the money. Let's just recheck our security sectors. Make sure that all the areas that are marked as staff are, should be marked as staff, are marked as staff. So far, so good. You can see here, the red here, that's criminally insane only. That there is minimum security, I think. We need to change that to mixed, don't we? Yeah. There we go. Look, and because of that, all the people that are in the holding cell now have access to a cell. So they are now being let into to claim one of these cells. Because we had that set as minimum security only, you'll see these guys weren't allowed to go into that block. They are now, so now they get a cell, they get to have a shower, have their own toilet, bookcase, and so on and so forth. They'll be a little bit happier. So as we start to wind down towards the end of the episode, we're going to have a shakedown, because we haven't had one yet. And we have got a whole load of new patients in, prisoners in, and the level of security is kicking up a bit. We've got another fight breaking out. Oh, it's almost died. Who died? He's injured. He's unconscious. Where's our dead person? I'm looking to see who's being brought down to the morgue. I'm not seeing anyone brought down to the morgue. It's not a guard. Oh, there we go. There's our dead prisoner. It's someone from Max. And he's just being taken straight out to the ambulance that's waiting. The morgue, I think, is kind of one of those things that's really pretty unnecessary, because nobody ever seems to go in there more than 2 seconds at the very, very most. Usually a patient will go in there and immediately get taken out. I'm calling them patients all the time. Prisoners will get dumped in there, or just bodies in general will get dumped in there and immediately picked up, and the majority of them just get taken straight to the front because an ambulance pulls up almost immediately. So it's kind of a waste of space in some respects, having a morgue. We'll have it for now, but we may just get rid of it nearer the time. I think because we're so close to the prison over here, it's not really the prison entrance. It's not a major issue. As we expand all the way over here, it might be more necessary if up in this area to have a morgue, but we don't need one right now. So let's speed time up to about 1:30 in the morning, and then we'll do a shakedown. And we will search the prison for contraband, tools, weapons, and so on and so forth. And we'll probably end up with a couple of patients. Prisoners. Stop calling them patients. We'll probably end up with a couple of prisoners getting thrown into solitary as a result. We'll also probably get a few people complaining about being unfairly searched. Right, so down into special stuff and shakedown. So we have 249 places to search. Let's slow time down a bit. Watch our guards make their progress through here. You can see already, we're finding contraband in these cells here. Loki smuggled in a mobile. Cervantes had some illegal narcotics there, so he's getting taken down, placed in solitary. Diaz should be fine. See, we're working our way through. You can see we found quite a few different items so far. As the prison gets larger and you start running, shakedowns like this, you end up finding all sorts of stuff, huge amounts of stuff as well. And the other great thing as well is by doing this, as you search the toilets as well, because they're part of the cell that gets searched. As the toilets get searched, it helps you discover any... another mobile been found there. Helps you discover any tunnels that might be created. We haven't had any yet, but it is always a risk that your prisoners might start trying to tunnel their way out. What's left to be searched? Can we see? Oh, there we go. Lockdown is finished, or shakedown is finished. So we cleared up a lot of stuff. Let's see. It's not showing me the tools. Or why is it not showing me any of those? Normally when you hold down the time button, it gives you a little pop-up showing you demand and supply for tools, weapons and luxuries and things like that, narcotics. It is not showing me that. Why is that? Did we clear that grant? Well, we did, so that's good. Inmate health and well-being. Build a medical ward. Yeah, we can do that. That was the other thing. We built a psychologist's office just here in part of the yard. We ate up some of that space. That was some of the other thing that we did in the previous episode that you never got to see. We actually built a psychologist's office, hired a psychologist, and that allowed us to complete that grant. So we just ate up a little bit of yard space to do that. We're down to 43. Oh, we need to bring in another patient, a prisoner, to replace the one who got murdered. So that's two more. They'll be here any moment now. We're making a little bit of money still, $960 a day. And our new prisoners will be turning up any second. So we'll track them, and then that'll be the end of the episode. So here we go. Here come our prisoners. Let's take a look at these guys. So first up we have Mikey Bailey. Pled guilty to 3 years for money laundering. And next up we have Tom Petit, serving 7 years for assault, pled not guilty, but got sent down anyway. They are our two new additions to put us back up to pretty much capacity. And let's see, all that's left over now is 5 of these cells and 5 of these cells here. So we'll speed time up. We'll let the prison run a little bit and we'll see what happens. And when you come back in the next episode, hopefully we'll be in a position to maybe start working on an expansion. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Bob, and we'll be back with more Prison Architect in a couple of days.